And we're live.
Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 11 as we've made it into double digits.
Well, we did that yesterday. We made it into double digits, technically.
True. I was a little busy yesterday.
That's all right, yeah.
I'm Pete Braley. This is my son, Matt.
Hello, hello.
And we're coming to... Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah. She's leaving for work.
We are coming to you live from Sarah's house in Virginia Beach. And let me just... don't let me comment about the weather today. Because yesterday I said, it's not bad. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it got up to, 90?
It felt like 100. Like it was crazy hot yesterday.
And it was humid, too.
It was crazy hot, and of course, Liam insisted on playing outside, and he discovered a new game where he pushes his dump truck, and I have to chase him with a toy lawnmower, which is probably like 1.5 feet in height. So it was a brutal day.
Yeah.
Definitely ended the day not feeling too hot. I think I got way too much sun. But we're here. We're alive somewhat.
Yep.
Abby says good morning. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Abby. Liam, we expect him to show up on every broadcast this week.
Yes.
He is currently out on the back deck.
He's playing the lawnmower game with Grammy. Poor Grammy.
He has one of those bubble lawnmowers.
I barely survived that game.
And she said it's not super hot outside yet.
Here he goes again. And now it's gonna spike up to like 150 degrees now.
I did it. I'm sorry.
You did.
I'm sorry.
Yep. It's gonna be a hot day.
Yeah. So Virginia Beach can be, as Sarah describes it so poetically. She said, "Summer in Virginia Beach is like Satan's armpit."
Yes. A very fabulous. I
don't know how you'd make
fabulous way to put it.
Yeah, make that connection.
Yes.
But, coming up on the show today, we have a couple of interesting stories. Listening to music before bedtime can keep you up at night. The things you should not have in your house once you hit 30.
Okay.
Right? So we'll have to see if Sarah has these in her house.
That's a good point. Because she is, she's the only one that's 30.
Yep.
Over 30, yeah.
Yeah, your brother's getting there.
Getting close.
There. Yeah. And that fisherman that was swallowed by a whale went home yesterday. So we'll talk about that amazing story.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, yesterday was pretty much just a hanging out day here.
Yeah.
After the show, we played with Liam. And then in the early afternoon, he took a 3-hour nap.
Yeah. With you. So you also took a 3-hour nap.
But I didn't sleep for the whole 3 hours.
Oh, you poor baby.
I kept waking up, to check on him.
Yeah. 2.5 hours.
2:15.
Okay. Yeah. Some of us were working still. Actually, no. At that point, all the work for the show was done.
And you were.
I was at the pool. Yeah. So.
And Charlie went in the pool too, right?
He did. It was so hot that Trish wanted to cool off, so we just kind of dipped him. We held him, but we just dipped him in the pool. He didn't hate it. I don't know if he loved it, but he didn't hate it.
He didn't go crazy to get out of it.
He just kind of chilled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And he can't really touch anything for him to rip the liner, which was one of Doug's concerns. But we were like, he can't touch bottom, and we're not going to let him get to the side.
Yeah, we held him the entire time.
Yeah. So.
Gail says, good morning. It's a beautiful day. Good morning to you, too.
Good morning, Gail. Yes. We have listeners from all over.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Gail's in Maryland.
National.
And Abby is in Vermont. And, of course, we have listeners in Virginia Beach and also in Fairhaven.
Fairhaven, New Bedford, Dartmouth.
And again, we ask that you please like the stream, and if you would like to do us a favor, share it so that other people, all of your Facebook friends, can find it.
Absolutely.
And also, we are on all of the podcast services, so if you can't watch the show, you can listen to it in podcast form.
Yeah, it takes me a little bit of time after the show, but I want to say by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at the latest, it'll be up on the podcast apps, and you can check it out.
Isn't it ironic? That sounds like a good lyric, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't it ironic? Yesterday,
I'll write it down.
Yesterday, I mentioned how at one time in my life, I did wear a hairpiece.
Yes.
And I forgot. I didn't realize it went so far back because I don't think you were part of the picture.
No, I definitely was not alive when you had that.
And if you missed the story yesterday, go back and watch number. No, basically, I was working at the radio station, and we had someone who approached me to be a spokesman for them.
Yeah.
And I went along with it, and I had this hairpiece for a couple of years. And what I'm getting to about irony is when I got off when we wrapped all this up yesterday, and I went and sat down and had my second cup of coffee, the first memory that came up on Facebook was me with.
Oh, that was a memory?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Because what he does throughout the day is if we're not sitting next to each other, he sends me a text. He's like, hey, put this in the show. So he just sent me a picture of him, and he said, hey, my hairpiece, put this in the show. I didn't know that was a memory, though. That's
yeah,
funny.
it was the first memory that came up. It's like, I don't know how, I know, right? Big Brother's listening to you?
Oh, of course, at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's share it with you. I am in the lower right-hand corner of this picture. This was a day when we went to Boston with the kids.
There we go. There's the squad.
Doug is immediately to my right.
Yep.
And then Abby is up top.
Up top,
there.
yeah.
Yep. Up top on the right. And then there's also...
Sarah's there.
Yep. Sarah.
And then Becky Liz, I think.
Yep. Becky and
so
Liz.
right to left,
my
it's
other
Sarah,
nieces.
Sarah, Becky, Liz.
Yeah. And there I am in the lower right-hand corner, and I'm rocking the hairpiece.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible because it's really zoomed out and terrible quality. So there you go.
As long as we live life in terrible quality.
As long as you zoom out, you close one eye, zoom out a little bit more, and close the other eye, it looks good.
Looks fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah. Love to hear from you in the chat today. Let us know what's going on in your life and or comment on stories that we have. We also have our email, which is thepetebraleyshow@gmail.com. And if you're watching this later in the day, make sure you comment on the video. We'd love to hear from you. I think that's all I had for what I call housekeeping, catching up on things.
Yeah, subscribe is the only other thing. If you're not already subscribed and you want to subscribe and hit that notification bell, we'd appreciate it.
And I got a notification this morning
that
the show was ready to go live.
I get it every morning after we finish the show. I look at my phone and I have the notification. Yeah. Abby said, hey, it's me. Yep.
Yes,
you made
a picture of you.
You were in the picture of Pete's hairpiece.
And the funny thing about that day, we went to Boston that day. Mm-hmm. We took the kids to Boston, and I think Kat might have been in a stroller for that.
Yeah, because she's
not
in
in the picture.
Let's pull up the picture again. No. See,
but
what?
I have a stroller.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I am holding a stroller.
So apparently Kat wasn't good enough to make the cut into the picture. Babies. But anyways, I thought this was Santa's Village at first because what's the big statue at Santa's Village?
There is a bunny.
That's what it is.
There's a bunny.
I just looked at it quick. I thought it was Santa's Village, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's definitely not Santa's Village.
No, that's FAO Schwartz, which was a huge toy store.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's there anymore.
I think you guys have a very similar picture at Santa's Village, though.
We used to take a picture every year with the bunny.
And I think it's the same group of people. Like it was us and I don't know if I was there, but like the cousins and everything. And I'm pretty sure it's a very similar picture.
Now, Abby, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that the trip where we lost your father? We got on the subway, we got on the T, and I can picture Jeff approaching the T and the doors closing.
I think I remember hearing that story.
And I think we just went to the next stop and turned around and went back or something like that. But I can remember that of losing my brother in Boston.
Abby says I have some pictures of her in the stroller. I think that's a reference to Kat. And then Kat said, "Hurtful dad." I mean, technically, it's whoever took the picture.
I didn't take the picture.
True.
I was in the picture. I didn't take it.
So it's probably it was probably either Uncle Jeff or Trish. I would think, right?
Yeah.
So one of them.
Yeah. You can let them know.
Abby said, yes, I was just typing that. So
about the day we lost
we lost
Jeff. Yeah. I can see the doors closing and he's on the other side and it's like, wait.
That's the worst. Because then what happened? Did he catch the next train or did he go? Did you guys get off at the next
I'd
stop?
have to ask your mom. I don't get these details in here too much, but
how long was he lost for?
I don't know if we turned around or if he caught the next one and caught up with us, but we did reunite.
We'll have to ask Trish later. I think they're watering plants.
Oh, okay.
I saw a hose, so either they're watering plants or they're having a water fight. I'm not sure.
So Liam's outside with water. What could go wrong?
Yeah, right.
He's got one of those water tables, too, which I think we didn't have those when you were kids.
I don't ever remember a water table.
It's like a Little Tikes table,
and
it has all kind of things to play in the water.
Yeah, like gadgets. There's like toys too, like boats and ducks and stuff.
We fill it up with water, and we don't leave water in it because that'll attract mosquitoes.
And that'll get gross,
All right, let's get going here. It is June 15th, and today is Fly a Kite Day. Now, there's a reason behind this.
Yeah.
It was on this day in 1752 that Benjamin Franklin proved that lightning is electricity. I don't know if that's a true story. Him flying the kite in the storm.
Is there a conspiracy? Normally, I hear about conspiracies. Is there one that didn't happen? I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's concrete evidence of that.
We'll have to do research. I will say, like that has a valid reason as to why it's Fly a Kite Day. But just saying it's Fly a Kite Day, people aren't going to know what that's for.
Right.
Know?
Then you have to explain
That's
why.
my beef with these days, yeah.
Today is National Smile Power Day.
So I guarantee that there's a National Smile Day, and then today is National Smile Power Day.
Someone
There's
had to
two.
top
Yeah.
it.
There's
Yeah.
probably 2 dedicated to smiling.
So it says to challenge yourself to smile more often. Research has proven that smiling really does increase attractiveness and likability between humans.
I will smile if someone is funny enough. It's a judgment thing. If you're funny enough, I'll smile. If not, then you don't deserve it.
But you know what I've discovered? Even if you're feeling down,
Mm-hmm.
if you just smile, it's so you're faking it till you make it. You know.
I guess,
if you
but
just smile, you'll start to feel better.
But who, when they're down, wants to smile? You know, I do try and, like, when I see people are upset, I do try and make them smile because I agree with that. Okay. But I try and give them a genuine smile by acting like an idiot. That's one of my specialties in life, is acting like a complete idiot.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, just like smiling for no reason. I don't know. I don't know if I buy into that.
Today is also Nature Photography Day. Nature Photography Day.
I guess.
He's not into all these national
I mean, that
days.
one's not the worst one I've ever heard. So, I mean, I'll go with it.
On the date book for today, 1775, George Washington is appointed the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. And all I can think of is Hamilton.
Yeah.
That scene in Hamilton when he comes on the scene.
I love Hamilton.
We should watch it again.
I know.
tonight.
We haven't watched it in a long time.
On this day in how many times have you watched it? Have you figured out?
I don't see. The problem is sometimes I would I want to watch Hamilton, but I would only have time for like Act 1, and then I would put it off for a couple weeks, and then it'd be like, you know what, I want to watch Hamilton. I'd watch Act 1 again. So I don't know how many times I've seen the whole thing, but it probably definitely double digits.
On this day in 1864, the Arlington National Cemetery is established when 200 acres were set aside as a military cemetery. That is such an impressive sight.
I don't think I've ever been. We went to, because it's in D.C., right?
Yeah.
We went there once. I don't think we went there, though.
We went there on a school vacation, in April.
Yeah, but I don't think we went to the cemetery that trip.
And on this day, 1994, the Disney film The Lion King debuted.
Pretty good movie, I heard.
And celebrity birthday, Courtney Cox of Friends fame is 57.
We were just talking about her yesterday.
That's
Look
right,
at that,
you were.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence. Abby said, I was talking about eating food in weird ways with the kids the other day. Doug eating only bread and butter separately, and ketchup came up. Yeah. See, it's so funny. It's been quite the story arc for Doug, I will say. When he was a kid, he would used to only eat bread and ketchup.
Yep.
Or bread and ranch dressing,
ketchup
really weird
sandwiches.
stuff.
Yeah.
And you always tell the story about the baseball game, so you should tell it.
We would go to McCoy Stadium.
Yeah.
That's no longer there. Well, it's still there, but
We need to go to the new stadium.
the Woo Sox
Yeah.
at Polar Park.
Yeah, we should check it out.
I've heard it's a great field.
Yeah.
But we used to go to a baseball game, and I would go and I would order. Let me see if I get this right. I would go and I would order 6 hot dogs and 7 buns.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, 6.
And they
hot
would always
dogs.
look at you like you're insane.
Yeah.
And sometimes they wouldn't do it, so you would have to eat the hot dog.
Which I didn't mind.
Yeah.
You know, I always had
Extra
an
food.
extra hot dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, he only liked the buns.
But joining the Navy has been the greatest thing for him because in boot camp he had to eat, kind of what was there. He didn't really have a choice.
That's all you have to eat is what they give you.
So he eats pretty much everything now. The thing that surprised me most is he eats like burgers and hot dogs now. And we had a cookout one time, and he put relish on his hot dog. And I was like, to go from eating
Just
nothing
bread and ketchup
to eating relish, which nobody likes, I feel like that was the full arc there.
I went out to one restaurant with him down here in Virginia Beach once, and he ordered a fried pickle. And I was like, is this the same Douglas
Right?
that I grew up with?
It's crazy.
Having
He's
a
all
fried
grown up.
pickle? I guess so.
Trish is here. Hey, Trish.
Her name's not Trish.
You keep telling yourself that, Trish.
Is Liam going to appear on the show today, or is he...
He's just loving the outdoors.
Currently cutting the grass on the deck.
Oh, he's cutting the grass on the deck.
Yes. The logic is airtight. Oh, he's at the door. Yeah. He's like, Grammy, where you at? He's already
looking
sweating.
inside.
His head is covered in sweat.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot.
Oh. That's
All right,
because I commented on the
it's
weather.
going to be another hot day. Thanks, Pete.
All right, let's get to the news this morning on this Tuesday, June 15th. Massachusetts is lifting its COVID-19 related state of emergency today. While the state of emergency has been in place, courts were told to grant a continuance in eviction cases for tenants who failed to pay rent if that tenant had an application for emergency rental assistance. That will no longer be the case. The week-long unemployment waiting period will no longer be waived as of 90 days after today. An order tied to the state of emergency banned surge pricing for Uber and Lyft. With that ban lifting, more drivers are expected to hit the road as that incentive returns. And the first mass COVID-19 vaccination site in the Commonwealth closed its doors Monday. The site at Gillette Stadium administered more than 610,000 shots. Vermont became the first state in the country to vaccinate at least 80% of the eligible population, prompting Governor Phil Scott to lift all remaining state COVID-19 restrictions. The state has now vaccinated 81.1% of the population over 18, exceeding President Biden's goal of 70% of those 18 and older.
Shout out to our Vermont people.
There you go. Wrapping up his first NATO summit since taking office, President Joe Biden said it was an incredibly productive day yesterday with American allies, which included individual meetings with roughly a dozen other leaders on the margins of the gathering. But the focus continues to be on his next major summit when he comes face-to-face with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Geneva on Wednesday. Biden says there was a consensus among his fellow heads of state at NATO, saying they were glad that he was meeting with Putin early in his presidency. The Girl Scouts have an unusual problem this year: 15 million boxes of unsold cookies. The organization, the 109-year-old organization, says the coronavirus is the main culprit. As the pandemic wore into the spring selling season, many troops had to nix their traditional cookie booths for safety reasons. The impact will be felt by local councils and troops who depend on the cookie sales to fund programming, travel, camps, and other activities. The Girl Scouts normally sell around 200 million boxes of cookies per year, or around $800 million worth.
So can you buy them still? I mean,
It didn't say.
Can we buy them by the box? Are they discounted?
Go online or discounted Thin Mints. And a story I meant to get to yesterday, a Cape Cod lobster diver is home from the hospital after he says he was swallowed by a humpback whale off the coast of Provincetown early Friday.
That story still blows my mind.
56-year-old Michael Packard of Wellfleet literally plucks lobsters off the bottom of the ocean floor. He told the Cape Cod Times he was about 35 feet down when he was swallowed by a humpback whale. Packard says, "I really thought this is where I'm going to die." He estimates he was trapped inside the mammal for approximately 30 to 40 seconds. He had scuba gear on at the time, and he was breathing while inside the whale.
That must have felt like an hour, though. I mean, being inside a whale for 30 to 40 seconds.
Oh, yeah. He said, all of a sudden, I was thrown from his mouth. The last thing I saw was his tail going down, and here I was laying on the surface. Packard was taken to an area hospital, but amazingly suffered few injuries, mainly soft tissue damage.
But I don't know. This story is, you can tell the story.
Researchers studied 200 people who completed a series of surveys on sleep quality, music listening habits, and earworm frequency. That's the key. They then brought 50 people to a sleep lab, and before bedtime, they played 3 popular and catchy songs: Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe, and Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. They found that those who caught an earworm had greater difficulty falling asleep, more nighttime awakenings, and spent more time in the light stages of sleep. Now, first of all, those are kind of catchy, bouncy,
very
songs.
upbeat songs. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should try listening to all 3 tonight and see what happens. I don't know. I feel like I've probably listened to some upbeat songs and catchy songs, and I really don't remember having trouble going to sleep. Although it could be a fact that like when you're just overtired all the time, you just go to sleep right away.
Yeah, it could be.
Which, like, if you go to sleep too fast, they say that like that's a sign that you're not getting enough sleep.
If you
Apparently,
go to
there
sleep
should be
too
some
fast?
like if you put your head on a pillow and you go to sleep like
Your
that.
mother does that.
That's kind of
Your mother can do
You're
that.
overtired, Trish.
Yep.
You need to get more sleep, girl.
Yeah, guess so.
Come on now, take care of yourself. We do have some chats here. Let's see. Abby said, "I remember at dinners he would pick off the chunk of butter from his bread or roll and eat it." We're just gonna rash on Doug's eating today. I love it.
Doug,
but yeah,
by the
he
way,
was
is my
he was-
oldest son, in
yeah.
case anyone doesn't know.
He was weird as a kid.
He used to take the chunk of butter off and eat the butter?
Eat the bread.
Oh, eat the bread. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't eat the butter. Come on now. Miss Mary Jane said, "I remember taking Doug with Ian and Abby to my father-in-law's pool, and he just ate a bun and ketchup. My father-in-law thought he was Jewish." No, he was just weird. He just
weird,
ate
yeah.
nothing.
Ketchup sandwiches.
Justin said, "We want Boss Baby." He thinks that Liam looks like the Boss Baby from the movie. Liam's eating a bagel right now.
I can see that.
So I don't know if we can get him away from the food. We'll try and get him before the show ends for sure. Val says, "Hi, Trish." She said her name is not Trish.
Yeah.
Abby also said that, Matt, I found 2 better pictures of the hairpiece. Please send them.
Oh.
Take a picture of them, send them here, and we'll get them on the show. Every day we'll just look at a different picture of the hairpiece.
Why did I bring this up?
You're the one that brought it up, though. So
Why did I bring
Maggie
this up?
says, "Hey, hot dogs with relish is the only way to eat hot dogs." I could not disagree more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't hate on people that like relish. I question you a little bit, but I love everybody. But to say it's the only way to eat hot dogs,
I mean, what's
I
wrong
can't.
with ketchup?
Yeah, I'm a ketchup and mustard kind of guy on my hot dogs. I do think mustard. Who was it? I think it was John Oliver, some late night host, made a point where like mustard, like someone created mustard, did it wrong, but was like it's good enough. Because it's really weird. Mustard is just like, it tastes like it's bad. I don't, but it just fits, I guess, somehow.
My all-time favorite way to have a hot dog is to get a cheese dog.
I don't know. I feel like I had a lot of cheese dogs as a kid from Naughty Dogs. That's where we used to always go.
Right.
That I still like cheese dogs every now and then, but I don't really crave cheese dogs.
That's one thing they don't have here in Virginia Beach. They don't have hot dog stands.
Yeah, like a good hot
like
dog
we have
place.
Gary's hot dogs.
Gary's is
where
the
we
best.
live.
Justin knows. Me and Justin used to go to Gary's all the time.
Yeah.
The rodeo dog from Gary's is what I get. It's like barbecue sauce and
They don't have
like the French's
They don't
onions.
have hot dog stands down here.
Yeah, which is, you know what? Let's open a hot dog stand.
There you go.
I got a lot of business ideas for this place. I had one the other day too. All right, so I need some money. So if you guys want to invest, let me know.
He needs a backer.
I'm going to open up a hot dog stand and we'll make some money.
Is Cornholio's happening, or is that gone by the
This
wayside?
guy's just spreading all my secrets over here. Cornholio's is down the road, and
There
I'm going
you
to
go.
keep you wondering on what that is. It's kind of in the name, so you might be able to figure it out.
All right, I'll behave. I won't explain it.
Abby said no, he ate butter by itself too. Mom, do you remember Doug just eating butter? Just straight butter? No. Well, Abby says it happened, so it doesn't surprise me. Doug's weird.
Oh,
probably.
and while you're here, how did the story with Jeff getting lost on the MBTA? How did that end? Did
how'd
we
you
turn
find
around
him?
and go back?
Actually, can you
come closer? Or?
I got a mic for you.
Trish appearing on the show today.
People want to hear your beautiful voice, Trish.
Hashtag Trish.
There she is. She's here, folks. All right, go ahead.
So we had taken our 4 Rugrats.
Yes.
And Becky, Liz, and Abby.
I don't think I was alive yet.
I don't think Matt was part of the picture.
It was
though.
probably just the 3
Really?
Rugrats before the MVP
Maybe I
came
was just
along.
pregnant. I was always pregnant.
Always, yeah.
And Uncle Jeff came.
Yep.
And we were touring all around Boston doing all the sightseeing things.
Mm-hmm.
And we were taking the T. We were hopping the T from spot to spot to spot.
Why don't you pull up the picture? And see?
And I don't know, we had all gotten on someplace. We had herded all the kids on.
Remember that?
We had herded all the kids onto the T. And Jeff was bringing up the rear. And the doors closed. And we all just stood there waving, bye.
But
How did we find him?
Did we go
Well,
back for
how did
him,
you
or
guys
did
find
he
him?
catch up to us? I
Yeah,
can't
because
remember.
none of us had cell phones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I remember that part of the story. Yeah.
So I think we just got off at the next stop, and then he hopped at the next train and got off at the next stop, and we reunited.
Come here.
But it was pretty funny just when the doors closed and he's just
It was
standing
like,
there.
it was like a Home Alone
no.
moment. It was like a Home Alone moment, right?
It was. was.
You know,
It
the
was
movie?
pretty funny. Wasn't funny at the time. Well, we were laughing too.
Charlie didn't get a bagel, did he?
He might have gotten a bagel. I don't know. I gotta go oversee
All right.
this.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Trish.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the appearance. I'm sure everyone's gonna love it.
And Liam.
Oh, your bagels.
I tried to get Liam over here, but he's got cream cheese all over his face. He was very upset that Grammy abandoned her bagel. He was throwing up the hands like he loves this. He's like, "What? Excuse me."
Where did you go?
Yeah, he
this
loves-
isn't right.
He loves doing that. Let's see what else we got here. Abby said froze a little bit. I apologize if something froze. On my end, it looks good, so let me know if we're still good. Let's see. Oh, Gail says, hi, Priscilla.
All right.
She says thank you. You called her by the wrong name, so I don't know why she said thank you. Gail said, no ketchup. Mustard is the way. I can't eat just mustard. Mustard's too weird to eat by itself, but with a combination of ketchup, it tastes good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my theory on hot dogs.
I used to hate mustard. Well, I still do in a way. I would not put hot dog. I would not put mustard on a hot dog. But you go to McDonald's and you order a cheeseburger. It comes with ketchup and mustard on it, unless you ask for it not to be. And sometimes I didn't want to delay the order, so I'd be like, whatever. And I can eat it on a McDonald's burger.
Well, one thing I noticed too, if you try and change up the order, it's more likely it's going to be wrong. If you just get the standard thing, chances are it'll be right.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice, because I don't like onions, pickles, and stuff like that, but when you order no onions or pickles, they overload it with ketchup and mustard.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so
To
I
make up
get
for it?
everything on, and then I scrape off what I don't want. That's the way to get it. In case you were wondering, Justin said Gary's is the best hot dogs I've ever had.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing I love about Gary's, though, is it's literally just a steamed hot dog. Like, it's very straightforward. Nothing special about it, but it's just the experience. It's made with love, as Trish said. Exactly. That's the secret ingredient.
They have really made a masterpiece there in New Bedford on Ashley Boulevard.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's just a steamed hot dog.
But it's great. It's cheap. And it's good. Miss Mary Jane says, how many times does she say I'm not Trish during a broadcast? LOL.
4, 5.
Yeah, when she's home. When she's not home, she has no chance to defend herself, and that's when I rally the troops to call her Trish.
Da-da-da.
Yes. Gail said, have you ever dipped potato chips in mustard? No, definitely not.
No.
I would never in my life. I'm sorry, but no. Can't do it.
What was the thing Mom and Kat discovered? Ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yep. With French fries.
With French fries. Mm-hmm. Dip your French fries in a combination of ketchup and mayonnaise.
Which feels really weird, but if you think about it, like burgers, ketchup and mayonnaise is pretty common. Like, actually, you were saying how McDonald's is ketchup and mustard. Mm-hmm. Wendy's is actually ketchup and mayonnaise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, let me go to sports here from Tuesday night. Rafael Devers hit a line drive off the left field wall in the bottom of the ninth inning last night, and the Red Sox bounced back from their worst loss of the season to beat Toronto 2-1. It was Boston's second walk-off win of the series, with Alex Verdugo delivering a game-winning single in a similar spot on Friday. Sox are in Atlanta tonight at 7:20. NBA playoffs, the Clippers beat the Jazz 118-104 to even that series at 2 games apiece. Atlanta beat Philadelphia, the 76ers, 103-100 to tie up that series at 2 games apiece. And the Golden Knights of Las Vegas took game 1 of their series with the Canadiens 4-1. I read somewhere yesterday that Boston has been declared the #1 hockey city in America. Best hockey fans.
How? Oh, fans? Okay, I'll take that.
The best.
I was going to say, like, in recent past, I mean, we've done, like, okay, but we have, one Stanley Cup in the past how many years?
We have the best fans, but we have no more hockey to root for.
We have the best hearts, guys.
And a couple of entertainment stories this morning. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton may have secretly gotten married. Gwen was spotted Saturday wearing what appeared to be a sparkling diamond wedding band next to her massive engagement ring. Stefani was caught wearing the bling during a trip out with her fiancé and her 7-year-old son in Santa Monica. So maybe they already got married.
It's funny how it's like in secret, but like we knew they were engaged, and they probably just didn't want it to be public. So it probably wasn't like they're like stealthy. They probably just did it themselves like normal people.
And Jennifer Lopez's mom, Guadalupe Rodriguez, is said to be thrilled that J-Lo and Ben Affleck are dating again. A source says in the past, Jennifer's mom and Ben were very close. She was sad when they couldn't work things out years ago. She is thrilled that they are back together now.
That was pretty quick after the A-Rod breakup, though. Didn't take much time to,
It didn't take...
you know,
You have to
just
wonder.
saying. You
have to wonder. All right.
I mean, it's A-Rod, though, so we'll still say it's okay.
So that's your update for today. Story I found yesterday, 10 things you should not have in your home after the age of 30.
Which, yeah, Trish, you'll have to help us out. We're wondering if Sarah has these things here, because she's the only one of us that's over 30. Okay. All right, so we're going to see.
As we get older, there are some things we have to leave behind on our journey to adulting. So here we go. Number one.
So they say. That's all I'm saying.
Number one, you should not have the mattress from your parents' house.
She doesn't.
Your mattress should be replaced every 10 years. If you still have the one from your teenage bedroom, let it be known that there are dust mites inside that are probably older than Betty White.
I will say that whenever there's any sort of you should change your mattress every 10 years, be careful with those, because it could be the mattress industry that says that you should replace your mattress every 10 years. That's like expiration date on foods, if I'm correct, isn't always accurate because they want you to buy new food.
Right.
So
right.
I'm not saying eat expired things. Please don't. But just know that maybe it's a lie. That's all I'm saying.
You should not have inflatable furniture.
I think the last time any of us had inflatable furniture was like when we were 6. We had the Blue's Clues chair. Yes. Yes. I think we had like 3 of those.
We had these.
Yeah, he popped them all.
We had these inflatable Blue's Clues chair, and they would love them. They'd be all excited about it, and then it would Humphrey pop them.
Yeah.
He
was a big old dog. 130
pounds. What
pounds.
was he? He was a combination of Rottweiler,
Husky. He had a little bit of Husky and German Shepherd.
And German Shepherd mix. So
Yes.
he was a big boy.
Yeah. He popped every single one of them.
You should not have soft toys on your bed, meaning your stuffed animals.
She doesn't.
There is no rational explanation for having stuffed animals on your bed past the age of 18.
She does not, but her treasured baby Big Bird
Yep.
is in a special.
Oh yeah, her big bird. I don't know if you guys can hear her. So
she had a baby Big Bird that went everywhere with us, and Mom and I should have bought 2 of those because it got it was
is pretty
dirty,
nasty.
filthy, and,
yeah. But she does still have it somewhere. It's not on her bed though.
No.
Yes.
You should not have plastic cups, plates, or cutlery.
Okay.
You're an adult, so ditch the plastic and get yourself a nice matching set of dishes.
This article is so judgmental, first off. And second, it's just convenient sometimes for like birthday parties or a pizza night.
Yeah.
So they need to chill.
But I think it's
if you're using that on a regular basis, I agree.
It should not be your everyday dishes.
Yeah.
You should not have old trophies. Nobody needs to know that you won a bowling tournament when you were 10.
Thank God we're not back at the studio where I have that baseball above my shelf
from Little League
that I was picking. But I'm also 22, so I have 8 more years of the baseball, and then it has to go away, apparently, to this judgmental article.
This one I found weird. You should not have a dream catcher. Dream catchers. If you had dream catchers above your bed since you were a kid, and you're now over 30, you've caught all the dreams you're going to catch.
It's kind of a random one. What? Are they telling you not to dream after the age of 30?
What is a paper floor lamp? Because that's on the list, too. What is a paper floor lamp?
Yeah, it's like, I know what they are. I just can't really describe them. But it's like, like the lampshade is just like paper, but it's like the full length of the lamp.
The paper floor lamp is a rite of passage when living in a shared house through your 20s. These are things you should not have in your house by the age of 30.
Yeah.
Anything galactic, anything remotely related to the solar system or astrology needs to go.
What if that's your passion, though? What if that's your hobby? I'm speaking because I personally want to buy a Lego Saturn V rocket. Is that, am I not allowed to now because this judgmental article says no?
You're 22. You can enjoy it for 8 years.
Yeah, but what? So I'm going to build it, have it for 8 years, and then like 30 comes and I need to burn it.
You should not have, and I disagree with this one, you should not have cork boards. Cork boards.
Is that like a bulletin board?
Yeah. After 30, cork is best left off boards and in champagne bottles. That's not to say that you can't have a board up at home, just evolve and install something maybe covered in fabric, like felt.
Okay, no, save that for classrooms. I feel like it would be weird to have that in a house. But I will say that if you're over the age of 30 and you have like a big bulletin board, I'm gonna think that you're a serial killer. With like
with
the
all these
red
pictures?
yarn and the pictures circled.
The yarn connecting everywhere.
Exactly, yeah.
And number 10, you should not have shot glasses. Now, hang on. Shot glasses and booze out on display. You know how people display their shot glass? It was probably cool when you were 21, but now it's time to be an adult and keep your barware in a cabinet.
This
Okay,
is
so
like...
You don't have it out on display, but you... like
This article was probably written by like a 50-year-old that has a 30-year-old like son or daughter, and they're just like...
that won't get out.
Yeah, super like upset about their lifestyle, and so they wrote this article. But I don't really... I mean, you're old enough to drink, man. Who cares? Yeah. I don't know.
We still keep a shot glass around here. In fact, that's how we decide, that's how much whiskey to put in.
We got to make sure Pete doesn't get too turned up on a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's right.
Let's see what we got here. Kat said for the ketchup and mayonnaise, she said it's so good. I've never really got into the ketchup and mayonnaise on fries. Yeah. Gary says barbecue and mayo makes a tangy chicken tender sauce. That is amazing. That sounds good.
Barbecue and mayo.
I don't think we've ever tried that.
No, we haven't. No.
Gail said, my stuffed animals sit on a shelf in my bedroom. I have a little dog that I travel with. It's a great neck support. See, it said on the bed.
That's right.
In the article.
That's
so
right.
I think technically, if we're going to nitpick, which is pretty much what I do with anything, that's correct. That's valid.
You know what happens, though, I think?
What?
I think women grow out of the stuffed animal stage. See, I can say this because you're blocking me from your mom.
Okay.
I think women grow out of the stuffed animal phase, and they start putting pillows on the bed.
Everywhere, man.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have what? 5? We have 5 pillows, I think, on our.
And that's not even that bad. But you know how bad it is, though. I came home the other day. I walked upstairs, and there was an additional pillow in my room. I didn't ask for it. There is now a decorative American flag pillow on my bed.
Oh, that's because Charlie kept eating it.
And I just think it's funny that I randomly got an extra pillow and that I didn't ask for. And now it's just an additional thing I need to move when I want to go to sleep.
Yeah. And I love it when you go to make the bed, it's like you have to I have to take all the pillows off.
Yeah.
Make the bed, put all the pillows back on.
See, the thing that's funny, though, they moved the pillow into my room because Charlie was... it has, like, little frayed edges. Yes. And so Charlie was biting them and, like, destroying the pillow.
Them more.
And she said, let's put it in your room to extend its life.
Yeah.
Yet, when Trish is at work, Charlie hangs out in my room on my bed.
That's true.
And so he chews the pillow. And so I have to then take the pillow and move it to a different spot in my room. So it really wasn't the best idea, I do have to say. What else do we have here? Abby said, oh boy, Liz has all of her trophies. Not like in her living room on display or anything. I mean, if they're not on display, I guess that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, if it's like an epic, if it's a participation trophy from 2nd grade, maybe you should put that away. But if it's like a championship, state championship, and you're proud of it, man,
you've got the ball from the walk-off win.
Again, though, let me preface this. I needed things to fill up space on my shelves. I did not have stuff to put on the shelves, and I was like, you know what? Here's a baseball. Let me put it up there. I'm not like super proud of that moment because ultimately we lost in the next round, so it's not even that. Great achievement.
What are the chances of us getting Liam over here for a couple of minutes? Your fans want you,
Liam,
buddy.
Come here, buddy.
You want to go talk? Come on.
Why don't you show him the microphone?
Liam, check out the microphone. Let me turn it up.
We got your own special microphone today.
Leonard, talk to the people, buddy. Talk to the people.
No?
Want this?
No, he's not feeling it today. No.
He's heading back towards the couch.
Well, we got more days. We got more days to chat with him.
What you got? Come on over here. He's got his big fire truck now.
Oh, you want to show everybody your fire truck? All the firemen just fell out.
Is that the fire truck that Sarah went to get the fire truck to bring it over to Doug's house a couple of weeks ago? And she looked inside, and there were ants in the fire truck. Oh, and I think I've told you how Sarah feels about ants.
Sarah hates ants.
Yeah. But what happened was, evidently, Liam had decided a couple of days before that the little firefighter characters in the truck needed to have an Oreo. So he shoved an Oreo in the truck, and it attracted some ants.
He's helping the homies out. You can just barely see him in the corner. He's moving away now. He's busy. Justin put it perfectly. He said he's got important business calls to tend to.
Yeah.
And that's correct. This is his work time. He had his bagel. Breakfast time is over. It's time to get to work.
This is his most productive time, really.
Yeah.
And he's usually in a great mood till after lunch, and then it's nap time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Taylor Cormier says, I left a trophy from my youth in the WBSM studio. It can now be seen on trial by media on Netflix.
Okay.
Let's see. Gail said, who are they that came up with this ridiculous list?
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guarantee it was just a super, for lack of a better word, butthurt parent. That's just mad. Oh, he's made it.
Hello.
Let me get his mic. No, not that mic again.
We have one for you. Okay.
Check it out, buddy. You got this one. Talk
That's
to the
yours.
people. What do you got to say?
You can have this one.
He likes that one better.
Somebody commented yesterday that
Yeah, I'm going to turn yours down and give you that mic.
somebody commented yesterday we should let him talk more, and he kind of does his own thing.
If he could run the entire show, we would let him. But he's so busy and successful in life that he has just a million different things to tend to, and basically we fall low on the priority list, is what it is.
We can take this off. You want to take that off?
Well, it's sort of difficult to get back on.
Oh, okay.
So as the producer / crew member, I would rather it not come off, but if it makes him happy.
I want to get a good shot of you. Say hi, everybody. Oh, you want it down.
He wants it. That's gonna fall for sure.
I don't want it blocking
again.
his face.
This is gonna be an everyday occurrence of the microphone falling.
Yeah, it's yours. You want to sing a song? You want to sing a Coco Melon song?
Nah, that's okay. We can sing any other song.
Dealing with Coco Melon.
Yeah, I think I need to watch an episode of Coco Melon just to get the frustration really
Coco
going.
Melon is a very popular young kids show.
For no reason.
You like it, don't you?
You singing?
And he hates Coco Melon.
I think of all things to make a kid show about, it's terrible. I think there's a lot of potential for better kids shows, and it's pretty garbage.
What?
There we go. You guys want him to talk more? You got him.
You got him.
Justin said Matt can perform Coco Melon live for Liam. No, never in my life. Absolutely not. I think I'm just jealous that people are making a ton of money off of a show that, it just has the most straightforward lyrics in songs that's about to fall.
I don't want to block your face.
You're breaking it, buddy.
You want to take it down? I'll just use his. Okay. What?
He says, oh, it's back on. Let me break it again.
I'm going to move it.
Do you see yourself?
See, there's a picture of you right
You're right up here. It's crazy.
It's blocking your face. So that's about all I had today.
Well, all right. So now we're gonna sit here for the next 3 hours and just watch Liam talk into the microphone.
Do you want to talk?
Check 1, 2. There we go. People have been sitting 45 minutes in the show just to wait for you. We were the opening act. This is what they live for right here.
Is that special edition of Raising Grampy coming up in a day or two?
Abby said the show Blippy is horrible. Sydney's kids love it. Do you know Blippy?
Blippy.
I have not heard Blippy.
No, there's my goal for today.
All right, I guess we're checking out Blippy.
So, I'm curious.
Into this
do
mic.
Sydney's kids watch Coco Melon? You know, do other kids watch Coco Melon? Or I know we're not the only ones to discover it.
Well, yeah, because it's always trending on Netflix. It's always one of the biggest shows on Netflix. Abby said no, they don't.
And the creators of that show, millionaires now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. That's what I think it is. I think it's pure jealousy that they're making a ton of money off of literally just songs about going to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
But
and
it's just
polite.
terrible.
No, but being polite, that's in there too.
The problem is though is that they sing the songs all the time now. So I think I'm just over it.
Are you going to be this talkative when you actually have words? Because that'll be great.
That'd be yeah. It is. one thing, because I haven't seen him in 3 or 4 months, so he talks so much more now, but it's not words, so none of us have any idea what he's saying, except for Sarah. Sarah can translate it.
Yeah.
Because, she's the mom. She's got that. But
all right, well, that's about it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Which mic am I on?
That one.
Oh, okay. Can I have this? Thank you for being on today, for listening.
You can have the iPad now. We're done with it.
What?
You want to watch some Mickey or something?
Mickey.
He knows how to work the iPad. Probably better than Grampy.
Oh, by the way, yesterday when he took my phone, 80. What did I tell you? 84 pictures.
Oh yeah, yeah. During the show, he opened the camera.
84 pictures of my thigh.
Yeah. And he's stealing the mic, so I think we're gonna call it here.
All right, let me get. Hang on, I got to do one thing, okay?
I'm gonna read
Thought for the day today: if it makes you happy, it doesn't have to make sense to other people.
There you go. So, I mean, I did say before we got on, because he read me that thought of the day, if serial killing makes you happy, that one is messed up, and don't do that. But anything else, sure.
We have to have boundaries.
Yes.
We have to have
Yes.
boundaries.
If it's, within the law, and you enjoy it, and it makes you happy, go for it, man. You good, Leonard? You want to close? Oh, he's eating the microphone. That's why I put that thing on, because I didn't want you to eat my actual microphone. Yes.
Look at that.
Yeah, now all your spit and boogies are all over it. Thanks, Liam.
We're off to play.
Yes, that's going to do it for us today. Make sure to like and subscribe. I get to do the outro today since Pete doesn't really have a microphone. But yeah, that's going to do it for us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. And yeah, that's it. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.